It says you are live. You are live. You are live. You are live. We are here. We are here. We are here. Do you remember what that's from? My hair is looking wild today. Debbie's laptop entered the studio. Waiting to see if anybody jumps on here. Well, you don't have to jump on. You can just join us. No jumping. It's quite dangerous to be leaping at our ages. We're not 9 lords of leaping, 9 lords a leaping, are we? Okay, good. We have 4 people that have leaped into our live. Hello, I'm 𝗙𝗃 Copeland at Not Your Mama's Quilt Store in Plano, Texas, and this is What's New Wednesday that we do every Wednesday at 1-ish, 103, 104, maybe 105. It kind of depends when I get my stuff together. We're here though. We're here though. Yay! Welcome, welcome. Tell me who you are and where you're at so we can see who's joining us today. I have some fun stuff to show you. Ooh, and Debbie looks like she's bringing more. Y'all know who's the boss around here, right? I'm bossed by the boss. That's Debbie. And oh, wait a minute. The bigger boss? Dawana. Somebody's trying to keep me in line. She says, that's Dawana. Hey, Bonnie. Hello, hello. I know where you are. Nice you could join us. I'm surprised you're not outside enjoying this gorgeous weather. It's a little windy, but I love it. I'm so happy I got to wear a sweater today. Woo-hoo-hoo. And Cindy is in Royce City, Texas. Hello, Cindy. Happy to have you. Thanks for joining us. So I do have some fun things. There's Libby. Hey, Libby. Hello, hello. I know where Libby is also. She's close to us. She and Bonnie. Yeah. So I have some fun stuff to show you all today. Bonnie said she was out running errands, loving the cooler weather. Oh, I know. I love the cool weather. I'm ready to have some hardcore cold weather. Yes. The wind, not so much. Yeah, the wind is a little crazy, but you know what? I'm okay with it. I like it. Doesn't bother me at all. Bothers my dogs. They don't like the sound. On to other things. We have some fun stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks. And like I start off every month or every Wednesday, this is going to be a short broadcast. Sure. We're going to try really hard to keep this short and sweet. Okay? That's what I say every time. So we're going to start off with some classes that we have coming up that are fun. And I've been adding classes for the last couple of weeks. Ooh, I do know what I want to show was the quilting book. It's sitting on, no, it's on Christina's desk, Christina's table. Yeah, not her. She's looking at me like, Christina has a desk? Christina's table. So we have some fun stuff coming up that I've been adding stuff to the calendar. Our newsletter went out this morning. You should have seen it, or maybe it was late last night. You should have seen it. If you haven't, go look at your emails because it's in there and it lists a couple of the new classes we have that will be coming up in November and December. So first thing I want to tell you, we still have 4 more spots in the angel blocks. This is a fun class. Do you need a class to learn it? No. Do you have to have a class to learn how to make that cute block? It's part of a whole quilt. It's not just a block. Let me grab the quilt pattern. Hold on. Okay, I say that like I'm going to be able to put my, here it is. So it's part of a whole quilt. See, right here, Super cute. Let me get it to the angle. This is How Does Your Garden Grow? Super cute quilt block. Fun, fun, fun. Here are some variations on that I think are adorable. You've got a witch, kind of a little garden fairy, a little Christmas angel or garden angel, Christmas angel. Super cute. I'm trying to do it so it doesn't get a glare in there for you. There we go. And you can see it. And it is part of a whole block.
I was going to add something.
Yes, tell me.
Yeah. And if I was going to make this quilt,
yeah,
I would make it for my mom, and each angel would be unique to each grandchild. Wouldn't that be cool?
Oh my gosh, that is such a fabulous idea. I love that. So did y'all hear that? Let me tell you again. So Debbie says she's going to jump on this right away. We have a joke about biting off more than we can chew, and mainly the joke is on me. Because I always have these great ideas to make stuff. Okay, making this quilt for her mom, and each child is one of the angels. It's unique to them. So either like their clothes or their hobbies or whatever, their favorite colors. What a fabulous idea. You need to post that on social media. That is like a fabulous idea. Or somebody who has 12 kids. Could, so there's 9. So a few of them will just have to be generic angels. Well, you could make me one of the angels. It would be the Mexican one. You're to find brown skin. And maybe instead of a crown, give me a sombrero.
I like that.
There.
That's
and you
could, or 1 month, one a month.
Or for what? Oh, one a month. One could be a January New Year's angel. The other one could be a Valentine angel, St. Patrick's Day, April Fool.
Yeah, and then
Easter, 4th of July. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. So yes, we're doing the block class coming up for it on Thursday. Oh my gosh, that's tomorrow. There's still some spots in there. There's some pots also. There's some spots in there still. If you just want to come and sew with friends and learn how to do this, it's a fun class. Jen's teaching it. She always makes things fun. So we've got that coming up. Another one, because my jelly roll rug class is full, my beginner quilting class is full, the hand sewing club. Did they meet this morning? They did, I think.
I don't think so.
No. Oh,
Next week.
Next week, the hand sewing club on that first Wednesday of the month. No, it's not next Wednesday. It's the following Wednesday. And then that embroidery is full. Wonky Dresden neighborhood. Hey, I thought that was full, Debbie. That's kind of weird. So, you know the Wonky Dresden neighborhood?
No, it is not full.
I'm sad.
There's 7 spots.
7 spots left in that class to come do the Wonky Dresden. It is cute, and you can do it, yes, in time for Christmas. Yes, you can. It's fast. It's easy. You can have it quilted and hanging up on the wall in time for Christmas. Or if that's just not your jam, then do it just in fun cityscape. That's not your jam. Do it in Valentine theme. Oh, you could do it in New Year's, and New Year's have fireworks coming out from behind the houses. How cute would that be? We could find some black fabric that has fireworks on it and use that as the background. Oh my gosh, that would be so cute. So we're just full of ideas this afternoon. So yes, the Wonky Dresden class, Thursday the 13th. Come and take that class. There's still spots available in it. And if you haven't done it, they're fun to do. Now we have the Carpenter's Wreath class, which is a brand new foundation paper piecing class. This is an easy one. If you've been wanting to learn foundation paper piecing, this is a great class to come and learn. we added a border to this, but it's easy to take that border picture off, the one Debbie's showing you right now, and just make it a pillow front, or you can just make it a little table topper, something like that. You can just hang it up the way it is. But you want to learn foundation paper piecing with big pieces, right? You don't want to learn with little tiny pieces, which when I first learned it, I've probably told you all this story. Hello, Diana's from Sacramento. Hello, hello. Oh, and Maria. Hi. Hi, Maria. So when I first learned foundation paper piecing, I took a class and I started, and the lady was number one, she was very impatient. There were too many people in the class. Now I know better, because there were about 10 people in the class. No way can she give attention to 10 people who are brand new. No way, number one. Number two, she was very impatient. If you didn't know how to do this, I just couldn't really ask a question without feeling kind of like the spotlight was on me, and not in a good way. And I started with something that was way above my pay grade. I never should have started with that project that I had that was part of the class. Never should have started with that. Should have started with something that was much easier, because I couldn't even understand the concept of what was going on, right? And nobody told me that this was too hard for a new person. Nobody said it. They just took my money, set me in the class with my pattern, my fabric, and go. And it was a disaster, and it was a nightmare. And I could not figure out what I was doing wrong. It was a block of the month, and the block that they were working on was the first block, and it was way too hard. They could have switched to another block, I'm sure of it. Now that I know the business, they could have switched to another block to make it easier, but they didn't. They started with block one, which was hard. Never should have taken that class. Never should have. Got my pattern together. I worked on it a few more days at home. Just couldn't do it. We were stitching on tissue paper, because that's how they did the pattern, which is not uncommon back 30 years ago, but it is now. And it had just disintegrated the paper. There was nothing else to stitch on, because I had picked it out so many times that in all my fury and aggravation, I got all the fabric, I got all the patterns, all my tools, which that was the other thing. Nobody told me I needed tools, okay? They didn't tell me I needed a 1/4-inch ruler, add a 1/4 ruler. Nobody said that. And I walked out to my trash can at the end of the alley with everything in there, with tears coming down my eyes because I was so frustrated. And I opened that trash bin. I chunked all of that in there, slammed that trash bin down, and said, I will never do foundation paper piecing again, ever, for as long as I live. I hate it. And then about 5 years later, 6 years later, somebody said, let me show you how to do it, and I'll make it easy. And I really don't remember who taught me, but it just clicked, and we were making bigger pieces. We had bigger pieces of fabric. It just clicked. And when I told her what we had started on, and now that I teach classes, this one is taught by Jenny Miller. She's fabulous and so patient and so kind. Now that I know more about the patterns, somebody should have said, this is too hard to learn on. So that's why I make such a big deal about our beginner stuff, because you got to learn with the right pattern. You can't learn on a hard pattern. It takes the fun out of it, and all it does is make you feel like you're not worthy, like you're no good at what you're trying to do, and that's not the case. It's because you went from A to Q or A to S, and you jumped all the way to the end of the learning curve, and none of it made sense, and you can't do it, especially when you get home again. Even if I had learned it in class, when I got home again, didn't make any sense to me anymore. So I tell you all of that because I am just like so passionate and adamant that you have to learn on something easy first before you progress to something that's hard. And that's how we try to schedule many of our classes and how we try to teach. Give you the foundation, and then you will bloom from the foundation. I know from experience. So if you've heard that before, you probably are like, okay, we've heard that before. But if you haven't, that's why I say that Carpenter Wreath class is so awesome, because you're learning to sew with big pieces, not little pieces. Foundation paper piecing, Friday the 14th. Yay! Blue onion class, that one's full. Confidence stitching. Oh, look at this bag. Look at this bag. I have a sweater on, so I can't hook it over my arm, kind of. Look at this fun bag. I love this. Look at the fabrics. Look at the bows on the side. Can you see that? How pretty the bows are? Look. Look. It's made with charm squares. How cute is that? It's made with charm squares. It's got handles. It has a nice big opening. Look how cute this is. You can undo the bows if you want a bigger one, a bigger bag. Look, like a tote. See, you can undo that. Just make your bow a little bit bigger. You don't have to have a little bow. I mean, you don't have to pull it tight. Just make your bows a little bit bigger. Anyhow, I won't sit there and mess with it right now. Such a fun thing. It's made with soft and stable. So it is stable to hold. It'll hold, I mean, to stand up. It's stable for that. This is the fun box bottoms and bows class. We just added it to the calendar a couple of weeks ago. It's already got only 2 spots left. So if you have thought about doing a fun little purse, maybe you and your daughter want to come and do it, you and a friend want to just come do it, maybe one of y'all sews better than the other, but it doesn't matter, because you come with the other person just for funsies. If you're like a great sewer, or you know how to do bags and purses, just come with them for fun and let them take the class, and you take the class, and y'all get to sit there and talk and visit, and it's a jam. It's fun. Okay, so that is the box bottom and bows class. I added 2 English paper piecing classes, beginner English paper piecing. I love English paper piecing because you can do it while you're watching TV. And right now, I am being tortured with hours and hours of football. I am. It's awful. I can't stand it. So I sit there and foundation paper piece. Or I bought this cute little cross stitch kit while I was in Alaska, and I'm working on it. Two little kits. I remember why I quit doing cross stitch. I can't see those dadgum holes anymore. I can't see them. So I have to wear my number 4.5 glasses, magnifying glasses. And I have my light right there because I can't see. But I have that. So that's what I've been doing with football right now. But normally, EPP, just rocking and rolling with that. Love that. I put 2 classes on. I have one in the evening in December and one during the day in November. Then we have a Quilt as You Go class. I just finished a Quilt as You Go quilt. That was fun. You ought to give it a try. You can make it in different sizes. You can do a table runner, baby size, throw size, queen size, king size. You can just keep going on and on and on. And you're quilting it, and you're binding it, and you're putting sashing in all at the same time. And you're done. So if you got to get one done fast for Christmas, this is the way to go. Beginner Quilting 2.1, that's learning half square triangles. Woo-woo, that's another fun class. Christina teaches that. Is it Christina or Jen?
Which one?
2.1. Jen teaches that. That's another fun one to do. And then we have a wool oh no, that one's full too. In January, several of you have asked me when I'm going to start my bag class again, the Sally Tomato bag classes, and I'm starting in January. So this is a really fun series. You're going to learn the basics of bag making with faux leather and cork and fabric. So there's a couple of things, different fabric type things you're going to learn with. And I'm going to start that series again in January. So come and join us because we have some fun things coming up. Now, one of the other really fun classes that didn't make it onto my little paper yet, however, it's in the books, the quilting book. The quilting book. This is by two young ladies, Christina West, 𝗙𝗂𝗁 𝗀𝗀𝗄𝐻𝗃. 𝗙𝗂𝗁 came in last week and she was buying some fabric. She was buying some other stuff, started chatting up one of the ladies, says she did a book. She and her friend did a book. It's a basic go-to quilting encyclopedia and dictionary and technique book. Would I please take a look at it and see if I'd like to carry it in the store? So I said, sure. So she hands it to me and I'm like, ooh, pretty cover. Big, heavy bound, hardcover. This is a heavy book, okay? Nice. Look how thick it is. So I start looking at it. First thing I notice, glossy sheets. Next thing I notice, quality tools, okay? Next thing I notice, good pictures. So then I start paying more attention to this book. This book is the bomb. It is so, so good that if you are a new quilter and you want to have the encyclopedia book on quilting, this is the baby to have. We've got it. We're going to have it in the store. It should be coming in tomorrow. Should be here. Not only that, but on Saturday, December 6th, which is the first Saturday of December, we're going to be doing an author signing. So Christina and 𝗙𝗂𝗁 will be here signing their books for you. This is a perfect Christmas gift for yourself. Yes, buy your own Christmas gift. We do that. Raise your hand if you've done that before. Give me a smiley face if you've done that before, because yes, I do that. This is the perfect book if you just need an encyclopedia of quilting. Like, how do I put that binding on again? How is it that I do a curve? Wait a minute. How do I start with foundation paper piecing? And this is so clearly written with good pictures, good illustrations, current pretty fabric. It's not ugly fabric. It's beautiful stuff. And this is going to be the book. So I'm excited about this because when I first started quilting, the quilt store where I had taken some lessons said, go buy this book. And it was called like the quilt book, something quilting or quilting 101. I don't remember. Anyhow. And at the time, you really had to go on the hunt for it because it was already an old book when they told me about it. And this has been at least 25 years ago. Okay. And it was already an old book at that point. I don't remember if the quilt store ordered it for me or if I had to go on the hunt for it. You know, it was before internet times, right? We didn't have that 25 years ago, not like we do now. So I had to go on the deep dive for it. And I found it. And I still have that in my collection. That's like one of the holy grails for me because I used it so much. It gave me so much information when I needed it right at my fingertips. This replaces it. I'm not getting rid of my old book because now it's just with me for sentimental reasons. This is going to replace it though. I see the new generation. This is it. So I was telling other quilt store owners, we meet on Wednesday nights over Zoom. These other quilt store owners are from the United States and Canada. And we talk about different things in the industry. We call it our happy hour. We talk about different things in the industry. We talk about, you know, new products, new tools, any dilemmas, anything. We just quilt shop owner talk. And I told them about this book last week. And one of the owners texted me or responded this week on the Facebook group that we have, that we all share, and said, oh my gosh, Tisha, thank you so much for introducing this book to me. I ordered them. I got it in already. This is from last Wednesday. I ordered it. I got it in already. And oh my God, is it a good book? I am so excited about this. That's how good it is. I'm not the only one who thinks it's great. Other store owners are taking notice. They're just looking at it going, wow, wow, this is really awesome. This is awesome. So book signing coming up December 6th. Mark your calendars. We're doing it from like 12 to 4, 12 to 3. Do you remember what time? 12 to 3. So just a few hours, but you got to come in and get it. Awfully good. And then if you're giving it as a gift, they'll sign it for you. How fun is that, getting a signed book? That's like the highlight of your day, right? It can be. Yes, Barbara, you can pre-order. We'll be putting them on the website. Did we already put it on the website? Huh?
Not yet.
Oh, not yet. We will be putting it on the website. But yes, you can pre-order. We'll put it, you know what? We put it in the newsletter, but we didn't put the book on. That's okay. Yes, you can pre-order. So that is something we have coming up. Again, just more fun stuff. Okay. I get so excited. What? Oh, thank you. The boss says I have to remind you all that next week we have new hours. We're only staying open till 5 because we change when the weather changes. That's funny. We'd be open year round if we waited for that. We change when the time changes. So the time changes. Is it this weekend?
It's Sunday.
It is. It changes Sunday. So starting Monday, we're only open until 5 o'clock. If you're used to coming in between 5 and 6, we won't be here. We won't be going back to those hours until March 1st. For now, we're only open until 5 o'clock, and we do that because you know what? Our traffic dies down after 5 o'clock. It's dead, 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 dead. So it's even happening now that it's starting to get dark earlier. People are starting to feel it in their bones, and they don't want to shop after work anymore like they do during the summer. So that's that. Let me tell you about another cute pattern that we have. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, sorry. I'm jumping around here. Hold on. How am I doing on time? Yeah, running late as usual. The usual for me. Okay. You know, remember I showed you all the Halloween hats that we did, the witch hats that we have the patterns for and the fabric for, and they're so cute. We did several classes on them. Look at this hat. Santa hats or elf hats, whatever you want to call them. Look how cute these are. Made by the same designer, designed by the same designer. Now we have this, and it is so cute. We've got these in the store now, available for purchase. And yes, we can mail it if you need to have it mailed. So, so cute. I love this. It's called Snowbound. Snowbound, a quilted Santa hat sewing pattern. I think that is so cute. Debbie put the link on there. What do they have right now? What's that pink thing? Kind of looks like it wants to be a face, but it's not a face. Oh, it's a pink globe. I thought it was a face and no eyeballs. It's a pink globe. How cute is that? So we've got these new in the store. The other thing that we got in, which you may have seen in the newsletter, if you are one of my bag makers, if watching, oh, okay, thank you, Debbie. I'm reading her notes. If you're watching on YouTube, all links to products are in the comments. Isn't that what I'm supposed to do? Okay.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you're on Facebook, like and subscribe. Okay, so if you like to do bags, and I love to do bags, love them. You know what's really cool that they've started coming out with in the last couple of years, and it's finally trickling down where I can find it? Bags with really cool straps. Okay, the straps are called webbing. That's when you have to order, it's called webbing. I don't know why, it just is. But the straps for bags and purses We just got a new shipment in, and it was kind of fun shopping for them because I get to pick out what I want to carry, and it really is fun. Look at this. Leopard print, pink, black, and copper. But let's not forget this one. Black with gold. Well, it's not a bright gold. Put my glasses back on. It's a black and tan. Hey, isn't that a beer? Isn't that a drink, a black and tan? Look how cute that is. Let me move it over to my face so it'll focus on that. There we go. Look how cute that is. Let me put this one in front also so you can see. Now that is a metallic-y copper in there. It does have a metallic look. Look at this one. I'm just showing you a few of them. We've got so many of them and they're all so pretty. Look how pretty that is. This kind of looks like a guitar strap, right? You make a belt out of it also. I love that. Look how cute that is. But bag straps. That's what it is. And it's webbing. These are all Sally Tomato. They are 1.5 inches wide and 3 yards. $12.99. That's a deal. Raise the price. That's too cheap. Okay, I won't raise it yet. $12.99. That is so cute. I love that. How fun. Look at this one. It wants to focus on my face. There we go. Look at that, how cute it is. 1.5 inches wide, 3 yards, multicolor. I have more and more. See them all right there? I got more and more and more. So, yes, I love these. And you know what you could do? If you don't want to do fabric straps, oh my God, you could put this on there. How cute would that be? Look at that, it has all the colors. Oh my gosh, that would be so stinking cute. Or you could be really cheeky because why not? Look at that. It has pink in there. So you don't have to wait for the pattern to tell you what to do. You can just mix it up yourself. That's all you have to do. Just say, I'm not going to do that. Not doing that one. Okay. Panel mashup. Newest book out for Gudrun from 𝗙𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗀. She's the one who does Gudrun. She's Swedish, I think. Gudrun is the one who does the, what's the ruler with all the slots?
GE
Yeah, 𝗙𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗀.
Stripology.
Stripology. Thank you. Christina loves her stripology. She's the one who does that. And Doug Lecko, he's another designer. He lives in Dallas. I'm going to see if I can get him for a book signing. I have some connections there. I'm going to see if I can get him. But this book just came out, introduced at market this month, earlier October. You know how you see these gorgeous panels, which I'm going to show you a gorgeous panel in a minute. You know, you see these gorgeous panels, but you don't know what you're going to do with it because you don't want to just put borders around it. And a lot of the samples they show is just put borders around the panel and voila, you're done. Look, that's a gingerbread panel. So, so pretty. That's just a pretty piece of fabric. I think that's an Anna Maria Horner one. I could be wrong. This is a panel. This is by Hoffman, right there. This is a Moda panel. I can't think of her name right here, but yes, that's a Moda panel. So this book is going to come with 20 patterns to do with panels. 20 patterns. Look, you're trying to decide what you want to do with it. You're not sure what you want to make with a panel. What if you have something that has multiple panels in it, like this baby? You bought something, you like all the panels, you bought some of the fabric, but now what are you going to do with it? And they made it too hard. There's that hummingbird one. They made the sample too hard for it with the fabric line, or maybe they just didn't even make a sample. They just included it. you're going to get, look how pretty that looks. This is going to give you 20 ideas of what to do with those panels to make your quilt come to life so it doesn't look like, yes, I sewed borders and borders and borders around it. Nobody wants to see that. Ain't nobody got time for that, right? I want to do something pretty fun and spectacular with mine. How fun is that? So, panels, you say. I don't like to sew with panels because it's like cheating. I hear that sometimes. Panels are fun. You just got to know how to zhuzh it up. And with the panel mashup right here by Gudrun Erla and 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗏, this is going to give you all the ideas of what to do with panels. Yes, we have this book in stock right now. It's $37.99, which is cheap for 20 patterns, okay? It's not even like, I don't know what, $1.79 a pattern? Not even. I don't even know how much it is. But, oh my gosh, you get so many different ideas. Look, here's more pictures on the back of what to do. You have one of those that have multiple panels, make placemats out of that. You don't think about it, but you know what? Use up that fabric. Give it away as gifts. You don't have to keep it. Give it away as a gift. You got to give something. You got a secret Santa at work. That's what you're going to make placemats out of those panels you've had sitting in your room for the last 5 years. Make up placemats. Get it out the door. That's what I say. That's how I roll. So you want to talk about pretty panels? How am I doing on time? 1-4. Oh, no, almost one more time. I have one more. Okay, I'll tell you about that after. I'm going to put this right here. Look at this panel that came in. This is a new line called Lush Life. Lush Life is by Windham Fabrics. The designer on this is Monaluna, which I've carried their fabric lines before. I carry Windham. Monaluna is a designer for Windham. This is called Lush Life. Can you see it? Okay. 46 inches wide, not 46, 43 inches wide, 24 inches. Oh no, it's a yard wide, 36 inches long, 36 by 43. It's got the individual ones, but let me tell you why I like this panel, why I am stoked about this panel. I'm going to move right here. I got to get the other camera out. Okay. Let me make some room right here because, okay, move up right here. There. Okay. You know why I like this? The crazy log cabin around each little piece. You know what you can do with a crazy log cabin like that? And I say crazy because some of them are on there a little bit wonky. You see this one? It's a little narrower than it is wide right here. They're not on there perfectly straight, which I like. I don't like stuff very straight. Look, here's another piece that's kind of crazy in there. You know what I love about that? That it looks like it's a block you made. It doesn't look like it's a panel. It looks like it's a block you made. And if you're feeling extra cheeky and you're like, I could do better than that, you know what I would do, because this is something I would do because I don't want it just to be plain. Stitch in the ditch, in the fake ditch. Stick in the fake ditch, stitch in the fake ditch all the way right here. And it's going to look like you pieced this whole block. Then you take this block that looks like it's already pieced, like you spent a lot of time piecing it, right? Combine it with something like this, and it looks like you did so much work. Or even combine it something like this, and it looks like you did so much work on it. You could even take one of these. This is why I love this one. I think this panel is so pretty. Now, it looks like it has metallic gold on it because the birds look like they have gold. But you know what they used was that very odd mustard color. And I say odd because it wants to lean towards green and it wants to lean towards yellow, but it is not really a chartreuse. Chartreuse is not the right color, right name for it, because it leans more towards the gold. With it doing that, it looks like it's got metallic gold. It does look like it has metallic gold on it. How fun is that? And the other thing, I love birds. I do. I used to have a little cockatoo when I was not growing up. I was a teenager. And my cockatoo lived in my bedroom in his little cage. But he came out every day and he would sit on our shoulders all day long. He just wanted to be around everybody. And my mom loved our little cockatiel. I'm sorry, not a cockatoo, cockatiel. That's the smaller gray one with the little yellow crown. And he would sit on my mom's shoulder or her head while she was doing chores. And my mom loved him. Well, she walked out the back door one time to take the mop outside. And he flew away. She forgot he was on her head. And she was so sad. She cried and cried. I think she cried more than I did. And we looked and looked and looked for him. But of course, you know, they took off. So I never got to see him again. It was so sad. And my mom was so devastated that she let my cockatiel go because she loved him too. He kept her company during the day while we were at school and, you know, doing our thing. That's my story. So, but I do love birds. I like all kinds of birds. Look how pretty this is. And then you have these flowers. Here's another little bird with a gorgeous rose. And again, it's not metallic gold. It's that gold color that makes it look like it's metallic. So you might be saying, what does that go with? That's a pretty panel. But what does the fabric look like, Tisha? You might be asking yourself, if I were to buy this fabric, what would I do with this fabric? Because Tisha says to buy the book, but I don't want to do that. What would I do with this? Well, you could come in and you could get gorgeous colors like this. Look at this beautiful, big poppy type flower in shades of light pink, dark pink, green, and that real soft turquoise in the back, or aqua. I love this combination. Love this. So you put that with this. See how they're all tying together? More little birds, because we love the little birds. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way because it distracts me a little bit. Okay, look at these gorgeous ones right here. Ah, there, that's better, right? How pretty is that? I have, now this is a huge line. I only brought some of them out because it's very big. This is kind of the pink colorway. The little flowers on this pink. You've got that orange, red, white, that beautiful little aqua on this pink rose background. I think that is so pretty. So this has the background that's pink with the multicolored flowers. This is a cream color fabric with multicolored flowers on there. I have 2 bolts of this because I know this is going to sell very fast. So I was wise enough at the time to buy a second bolt of it. So when people start wanting to use it as a background, which I'm going to have to steal a yard of this, maybe half a yard, you can do it with this. So kind of looking at that, here is another, see how these are just going to go together so beautifully. Lots of flowers right there. I love this. This is by Windham, and it is called Lush Life, and it's by Monaluna. So we've got the pinks right there. Then here is a pretty coral that ties in with this, but this coral does, I shouldn't say but, and this coral does link a lot of the colors together, meaning it pulls it together. You can see right there, you've got the coral coming in. You can see the dark coral right here, which kind of looks like red. You can see the coral right there. You can see the coral right there. right here. See? Look at that pretty butterfly. I hadn't noticed that. So you've got the coral right there. So that's what this does. But it also links some of the other colors. It plays two ways. Look at this beautiful background with the birds again, but now you've got the coral flower. See how pretty that is? And see how well it matches right there? Now you can see where the other colors come in. Here's that little turquoise in there. All of these work together. It's got, what, 31 pieces in there? I think it's a big line, and we have it all. And if you want it, I suggest you come and get it, because it's we put it in the newsletter, and that means it's going to go. Okay, so you've got this little pale turquoise aqua right there, and then the greens and the chartreuses, and then that gorgeous yellow, goldish yellow, whatever it is, that's going to just fly. I know, fly off the shelves. Then you have this in two different colorways. Here's this green. Here is this gold. This is going to go with both of them also. You've got the gold in there. Look how nice it pulls together those colors. I love that. Oh, yeah, look, there's that gold right there. I love that. And of course, it goes gorgeous right here. Everything's going to go with this one right there. I love that. It's the right tone. It's the right tone for those flowers. So yes, it works. And the green is the same thing. It's the right tone. It works with that. My color people know that this plays very well. They can look at it and go, ooh, those greens look perfect. Even though they're not exact, they're the same tone and the same hue, so they look beautiful. Look at that. That one just, I love this one. It just goes with everything. Look at this. Yeah, see, you've got it working over here too. And then, of course, your coral always looks beautiful with green. So I've got these two colors right here. Okay. Let's pull in another floral. And this one looks like it's got the gold metallic. It does not have gold metallic in it. It just looks like it. And you can see how it's playing with all of these so beautifully. So when we go that way, we can go ahead and pull in this green, which is just like this pink right here, but it's got a green background. And it has a beautiful teal right there. And then you've got this really pretty blue. So this blue right here with this flower goes a little bit more with this. But the teal that you have, and you don't have to keep them separate. You can mix them all up. Goes with this. See this teal? Here's another bird print right there. And it's got the teal in it. Isn't that pretty? Yes, give me that. It's so beautiful. Look. So this is, again, this is called Lush Life. We have it on the website already. It's called Lush Life. It is by Monaluna, who is a designer for Windham. We have that in stock now. Here is that beautiful teal background with these green vines again. So, so pretty. That's the one like this coral right here. Look how pretty this looks. Y'all are getting the full thing. And I didn't bring them all out. I would have been here for 50 minutes. No, 2 hours if I brought them all out. Look how beautiful that is. And then the last one I brought out to show you is this floral right here. And this has a blue background. But look how they all work together anyhow, because you've got blue here and it's here. And you've got the teal here, which pulls from these golds and greens here. You've got this dark coral right here, which works right here. You've got these light pink and dark pink right there, which is going to work with these colors right here. So all of this just works together. So pretty. Then tie in. Now this is one, literally, you could just add borders to this panel, because literally this looks like it was all quilted. It's got that log cabin but it's a faux log cabin because it's a panel that already has that on there. And if you want to, like I said, dress it up a little, just stitch on the line, stitch in the ditch, and make it look like it all got quilted. You didn't quilt it all, but they'll think you did. But you can literally take that, put borders on it, and it's going to look like the whole thing is quilted. This is one of the rare ones that you can cheat with. Look how pretty. You can do that. Or this one. Look how fun that is. So if you also say, yes, I like fat quarters, but I never know what to do with them, I have to take you back. This is like retro day, vintage retro day for Tisha, I guess. Turning 20. How many of you all have this in your pattern stash? How many of you all have this book out there in your pattern stash? Turning 20 has been around, I swear, since 1998. Let's see. Let's see if it'll say. Sometimes it tells you. I don't remember. It has been around forever. It doesn't say. 2004. That's how long it's been around. It was copyrighted in 2004. So 20 years, 21 years. And you know what? The most easy and fun quilt you'll make. It's done in a minute. It's using fat quarters. And guess how many fat quarters you need? 20. And you can make it in different sizes. You can do it as a lap, a crib, a twin, a king or queen. And it tells you how to do it. Everything you need to know. So like a lap quilt is going to use 9 fat quarters, plus some yardage, a little bit. Oh, not even, just half a yard. This one's going to take 12 fat quarters. This one's going to take 16. This one's going to take 30. The regular, turning 20 was 70 by 86. It wasn't a particular size quilt. It wasn't scaled to be a particular bed size, but now this isn't a bed size. I love this book. The Turning 20 book has been around forever, and it is still a go-to for when you have lots of fat quarters and you want to use them up. And what are you going to do that's going to be fast and easy with a lot of wow factor to it? Turning 20. That's which way you're going to go with this. It never goes out of style. It never gets old. It's easy to put together. It's easy enough for a beginner to learn how to do it. You can do it as an I Spy quilt because you can change all of these. You can use all these beautiful patterns right here, like I just showed you. All those gorgeous fabrics right there. You can use that. And it's just going to be a real wow quilt. I made this all the time for my friends and family who wanted a quilt because I was not very good. I was just learning how to do it. Look at this. Ooh, that one is speaking to me. I love that. I love that. And I would make this for them because I felt very accomplished. So I got them in because we haven't seen them in a long time. They've been there, but I kind of felt like they melted away. I had to bring it back. Had to bring it back and get it. So we've got these in here. Got them in the line. Got them in the store. Okay, let me switch. There we go. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's see. 1:58. I tell you, I'm going to be done in 30 minutes, and I never am. I talk too much. I'm sorry. Thank you for joining us. Like us and follow to stay up to date. If you're on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, I think we broadcast to YouTube and Facebook, but like and follow us right there. I think that's what I'm supposed to do, right? And join us next Wednesday again at 1 o'clock for What's New Wednesday. and sign up for some of our classes because we love to meet new people, have you in here taking classes. The classroom fills with laughter and music, and we're having a good time. Love to have you in here. We would love to have you stop by and visit the store anytime. We're in Plano, Texas, which is a suburb of Dallas, if you're not familiar with it. And if you are, just wander on over here. Come visit us. I am 𝗙𝗃 Copeland, not your mama's quilt store, like I said, in Plano, Texas. And we will see you back next Wednesday at 1 o'clock for What's New Wednesday. Bye.